Oh, Hilton stay, your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my son Milo.
There's no Milo here.
Who picked up my son from school?
Streaming only on Peacock.
I'm gonna need the name of everyone that could have a connection.
You don't understand. It was just the five of us.
So this was all planned.
What are you gonna do? I will do whatever it takes to get my son back.
I honestly didn't see this coming. These nice people killing each other.
All Her Fault, a new series streaming now only on Peacock.
In Walmart's Hoonuville, everyone ready their cart. Amazing Black Friday deals are about to start. Online and in the app, such great deals to explore. Everything you love from tech, toys, and more. The days to save and the ones to remember. It's only the 25th to the 30th of November. Set your alarms. Don't miss out. These deals are epic, without a doubt. The Who's are all ready, but are you? Walmart Black Friday deals await. Who knew?
You can't make any noise on the couch.
Yeah, you can. You can make whatever noise you want. How about 1, 2, 3. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. Y'all come on in. I know some of you guys aren't used to me going live at 4 o'clock, but if you've been paying attention to the couch, then you already know that I was going live at 4 o'clock. Okay? All you have to do is turn on your post notifications so that way you don't miss anything. Right. And you'll know exactly that. Low-key said it. Y'all better make sure that y'all got the post notifications on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started. Today is mental health talk. What? Risky. Oh no.
Bill.
Not Bill. Okay. Let's, y'all bear with me 1 second. Like, what? Talking about Bill. That motherfucker was like, bye. Risky behavior.
What's that?
I know they don't think because it's 2 women and a baby.
Janelle?
Right.
Oh, man.
That just made me mad.
Risky behavior.
Don't even play with me.
Mm-mm. It was, Are you okay?
We good. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started.
Get away from me. It's
for the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we're live every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. That's every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you said it.
No, that's not what we about to listen to. And I know y'all probably like, wait, I do want to listen. Yeah, that's not what my intentions was. We're going to do Can't Make This Up.
keep your head up. And you've been working every day to get your bread up. It's even lonely at the top and now you're fed up. This shit is crazy, you go through but you can't make this shit up. No, this shit is crazy, you go through but you can't make this shit up. No, you can't make this shit. I ain't got no reason to be making up no story. I ain't even putting extras on it. I'm in places somehow we're just becoming all different. So please excuse me if I tell you I need me some distance. I'm just trying to get my hair right and my energy. I wanna hear people talk from my friends to my interview. That shit just don't sit right. But my luck's fucked up and I can't lie. Everything that I go through, everybody couldn't go through. Gotta keep my head up like I'm supposed to. Always tell the truth, I cross my heart and hold it tight. This shit is crazy what I go through. I can't make this shit. No, I can't make this shit up. No, I can't make this. No, I can't make this shit up. And I know it's really hard to keep your head up. And you've been working every day to get your bread up. It's only at the top and now you're fed up. And I know it's really hard to keep your head up. And you've been working every day to get your bread up. It's really lonely at the top and now you're fed up. Let it go, let it go, let it go, yeah. Let it go, yeah. No, I can't make this shit up.
Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. Before we go on, let's do a moment of silence. I'm not sure if low-key's going to be silent, but we're going to give our moment of silence for the ones who didn't make it here today. I'll get this after these messages. Ooh. Okay, and sending positive vibes and love to anyone that is watching. All my couch potatoes. If y'all didn't know, yesterday was the OKC People's Choice Awards, and it really wasn't anybody except for one person that didn't, maybe two people that didn't look good as far as what they had on. But now that I'm thinking about it, their answer was actually, it was good for me. Their answer was, I didn't have anything to wear, but I still wanted to come support my friend. Oh, well, baby, you could have come butt-ass naked. Support is, hey, it take a lot for a motherfucker to try to support you, and for them to literally not give a fuck what anybody got to say, just so they can come and support you. That, she earned my respect, so she ain't getting mentioned on the couch. Whatever the fuck she had on, I wouldn't give a fuck if she had a plastic bag on. Guess what? She was there trying to support her friend.
Right.
And that was real fucking talk.
Right.
She didn't say, I can't come because I ain't got an outfit. I got hella motherfuckers that didn't show up for me because they said they didn't have an outfit. So that, she earned my respect. Whatever you had on, baby, to me, you had on Gucci yesterday. To me, you had on Prada. To me, you had on some shit Beyonce and Rihanna would wear. Yes, you looked amazing, baby. Matter of fact, you was best dressed to me.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying. Also, y'all had y'all shit on. Y'all was looking good. Shout out to everybody that was out there. The best to me, even though I got a lot of comments and inboxes saying that me and my wife was the best dressed. My favorite couple dressed was the pink, the outfit in the pink. Oh my, yes, goddess, yes. And then, who was it with the green outfit, green sparkly? As soon as I find out, I'm about to tag her. Shit, the fuck, because I can't even remember exactly who it was. But today is Mental Health Talk, and we're not going to just be talking about mental health. We're going to be talking about postpartum, pregnancy, and more. And the reason why I decided to talk about this is because we talked about it before on the couch, but I didn't have someone who just had a baby, someone who's experienced this before. And it's an honor to have one of my bestest friends on the couch with me, Nicole Carroll.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? She's going to give you guys firsthand of what she went through. So I'm going to be asking some questions. And for the ladies that's out there that went through this same thing, I hope that her story and what she went through can help you possibly. Or maybe you can relate to it and you like, you know what, I needed to hear this. So hopefully you can, this is the one that you needed to hear. So let's get into it. Nicole, can you tell everybody how many kids you have?
Oh, I have 2 kids.
Okay.
I just had my second one October the 13th of this year. So he's about shy of 5 weeks. Well, he is 5 weeks, not shy. Let me stop saying that.
Right.
I don't want him to grow up no more. But he is 5 weeks old. And I have a 3-year-old.
Facts. Now, when it comes to having babies, is it something that you plan? Is it something that women plan? And even if it was planned, how does that stop postpartum? Or even if it was planned, or like, was it planned for you? And
okay, so I think my first one, he was planned. But my second one just kind of came out of nowhere. So, like I said, the second one was totally unplanned. It's just, you know, as a woman, you know, some people know their bodies, some don't. So I didn't know when I was going to ovulate or not. But it ended up happening, and he's currently here. And the postpartum, I don't think it settles in until after you have the baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, of course you're going to have the worries of like, well, see, my worries for me were, okay, how am I going to do this, that, and the other with having 2 kids now? Because when you get used to one for so many years, which Courage is 3, like I said, so for 3 years, it's just been me and him. So really for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but the postpartum didn't hit until with him, it was only with him. So it was really after I had him, because when you find yourself being pregnant, it is a beautiful moment. Don't get me wrong. It's very beautiful. It's a very, very, very intimate love between you and the baby, because you do have a human being growing inside of you. But like I said, you know, even after all that, being happy and being pregnant, somewhere I just got down in the dumps with the first one, you know.
And that's even with a planned pregnancy, you could still get like that?
Because things don't plan out with the child's father, or, you know, things might not plan out the way that you intended. You know what I'm saying? Mine was, for me, was, even though I didn't plan a future with Courage's dad, I think it was the fact of what he was telling me that led me on to believe that it was going to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it didn't work out that way and I was left to take care of him by myself, it kind of just altered my feelings. It altered my feelings about being a parent. Not necessarily that I didn't want him, but, you know, when, you know, women go through a struggle, single parents especially. And, you know, things can come up. Anything can happen in life. So that was kind of it for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, when you first started experiencing it, did you know what you was going through? Did you know that you was dealing with postpartum?
I had the slightest idea of what I was dealing with, because I didn't know until I actually just started feeling these feelings and not wanting them. I started feeling like I didn't want them. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he would have been better off with somebody else instead of me. And I don't even know where these feelings came from. But like I said, it's so unrecognizable until you actually feel it. Like, I feel like I wasn't doing enough. I could have been doing more.
Yeah.
And it's also, it plays a big part in the mental health and depression, because I got depressed.
Right.
You know, I got depressed to where I didn't want to, you know, be bothered, or, you know what I'm saying? Even to the point where I felt like I wanted to go back and do drugs. And it was, I feel like, well, now that I know, it was like, you know, a baby is supposed to make your life happy. But in some cases, that don't happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love my kids to death. Don't get me wrong. And they have brought so much happiness and joy to my life. But at the same time, back then, it was chronicle. It was chronicle. I was depressed. You know, I didn't really want to be around nobody. I was trying to figure out a time where I could get myself together because, you know, a lot of times women don't always get to push the babies out. They have to have C-sections. So with a cesarean, it's kind of next to the next, it's the next most serious surgery in the world. You know, next to heart or brain surgery, because you're having all these, you're having your stomach removed, all this whole good extra stuff. And it takes time to get back and up and moving. You know what I'm saying? Because and if you don't do that, it causes a setback, or you have to go back in and get that cesarean cut open again. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you don't feel up to par, you feel like SHIT, and that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get up, you know, take care of me, but it's always about the baby. You know what I'm saying? And that can be draining in itself, especially when you used to having 0 kids to it just being you, and you know what to expect every day. You know what time you got to get up. You know you got to go to work. And I had a set schedule on all of that with just me by myself. You know, so when it came time for that, it was like, man, it's an extra body. And then, you know, they cry when they want something. And the thing about it is when you don't know what your baby's crying for, and I'm going to say this and mean it wholeheartedly, it is okay to get frustrated with your child. You know what I'm saying? That's what the doctors told me. But then they also told me, you know, when you get to that point, you just need to go out the door. I mean, you know, go out the room, close the door. Because some people do get frustrated to a whole nother level. I didn't get to that level. You know what I'm saying? But there would be times that, you know, I would get frustrated because I didn't know what he was crying for. You know what I'm saying? And that'll make you sad in yourself, because it's like, what am I not doing as a parent to soothe my child? You know what I'm saying? That hurts your feelings more than anything, because you want your baby to be, you want your baby to have that strong bond with you where you can fix everything, where they just stop crying. And I'm telling you, sometimes it don't be like that. You're going to have a lot of sleepless nights. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just got a trained robot baby. Where, you know, and kids, they don't understand what we say. Well, babies, they don't understand what we say. You know what I'm saying? So it would be a lot of times, just because I didn't know, and I was a first-time mom, and I was actually doing it by myself, it was really depressing and hard. It was.
Now, when you first noticed yourself getting depressed and pushing everybody away, how was it? How can someone, you know, that's from the outside help someone like in that situation when they're being, you know, when they pushing
standoff and stuff like that?
Do we be aggressive and just?
I wouldn't say be aggressive, but I would say be persistent. Be persistent and letting them know, you know, you got a support system, because I did have a support system. I had you and Jennifer. You know what I'm saying? I had people like Patrice, Pastor Marsha. So I did have a support system when it came to that point where I was like, okay, you know what? It's nothing that I'm going to be ashamed about. It's nothing that I'm going to be embarrassed about. It's just right now, this is something that I'm struggling with, and I know that these people love me, and I know they can either help me. Well, I know Pastor Marsha could, because she has, you know, several children. And, you know, with Jennifer and people like you who had nieces and stuff. So it was just at that point when I know I started getting just to the point where I was just soaking in my own depression and sadness because I could not, you know, help them at times. Which everybody's probably like, well, what couldn't it been that you couldn't help your child? It's a lot of things, because when they babies, you don't understand when their stomach start hurting. I mean, you know to look for certain things as tightness in the stomach. You don't know when gas come on. I mean, it's just certain things that I did not know. You know what I'm saying? So it made me feel like less of a parent. And you know, when you feel like less of a parent, you feel like less of a person. And when you feel like less of a person, you don't want to exist. You don't want to exist. You just want to try to figure out your own. But I could not figure it out for my own. So that's when I did turn to my close friends. And I just told them, like, straight up, you know, I love my baby to death. But right now, I'm trying to get myself back, you know, and then deal with this broken relationship that was never a relationship to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was for me. That's what it was for me.
Once you got in that depressed mode and knowing that you was getting standoffish, was it hard to come up out of it at first?
It kind of was. It kind of was at first, but when I knew I had you guys to come and get me out of it, it was like, okay, I think I can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? When I had people to help me, you know, with him, it was easier for me. And then I would take, you know, excuse me, y'all. Oh, sorry, baby.
Don't steal his spot.
Don't steal his spot, he said.
I ain't gonna steal your spot. Come on, sit down.
Now, did you ever get to a point where you didn't want your babies around? Or your baby around because it was courage at the time? Let me see that blanket. I'm gonna hold my baby.
Sometimes I would get to that point, like, can somebody just please come and relieve me or get him?
Right.
Because I wanted to get myself back to the old me.
Yeah.
Which was me being able to get up, to be productive. Just the science thing of combing your hair and washing your face.
Yeah.
Because when you have a baby, all of that time stop. I promise you, it do for yourself anyways. You know what I'm saying? So it was just I wasn't prepared. I was prepared in a sense, but I wasn't prepared for the sleepless nights, not being able to take a shower. You know what I'm saying? It just sometimes it just be like, man, can I just please get a break? You know,
right?
And that's just how it was for me sometimes.
Did you need? Did people come to relieve you? And once you got it, did you feel better? Or
yeah, I
do you
feel
feel
so
like
much
women
better.
need after they have a baby? Do you feel like they need more time
support
to themselves?
I mean, in a sense, yes, because it just all depends on where that woman's mind is too. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, I just needed time to myself to just really, you know, be like, okay, Nicole, it's obviously something that cannot be reversed because he's here. I was not going to have an abortion because I wanted him. But then, like I said, when you have him, it's a whole different ballgame because of what came with it too. So it would just be like sometimes I wish I had time to, you know, get my mind right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes, I mean, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
When you have a baby because you don't know when they gonna start crying, how long they gonna cry for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes some babies are here, some babies might be here. You know, Courage, he for the most part he was a calm baby, but I can recall one time that he got colic because I didn't really know no better. I was on the highway after I had my first cesarean with him. And it might have been the simplest thing as covering him up with a blanket, even though it was still kind of, you know, warm outside. It caused him to get colic. And when they get colic, it's hollering nonstop. It ain't nothing. It's anybody that ever had a baby with colic, you know what I'm talking about. And baby, when I say it is nothing that you can do to soothe your baby, they won't eat. They just cry.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, for me, it's like, well, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I, you know, fix this? So I would become frustrated.
Oh, you want me to keep moving? Oh, that's what that was. Wow. Now, there are a bunch of women that go through this. Now, it's just like, damn, do they go through it more than once? And you said you only dealt with it.
I only dealt with it with Courage.
Yeah.
Now with Shrimp, it was easy for me this time.
Yeah.
Because I knew what to expect. Baby,
Yeah.
watch Mama's surgery. I knew what to expect. And he, for the most part, he'll chill, lay back, baby, which both my kids was. But this time, like I said, I knew what to expect. I knew that I was gonna be sleeping less,
right?
Because you know you gotta get up, you gotta feed them, and with breastfed babies, sometimes it's every 30 minutes. Sometimes it's very frequent. You know what I'm saying? So this time I didn't have it at all, and I'm glad for that because you know I want to be up to par for my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm downhill, how can that's like pouring into an empty cup. You can't pour into an empty cup. How can you fill an empty cup if you don't have nothing to pour into yourself?
Right.
So you know I always just this time it's been real easy.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? Because you know whether you know we plan these pregnancies or whatever, or however it plays out, they didn't ask to be here. And unless you get an abortion or you adopt them out or something, they still gonna be here. So you just it's just something that you gotta deal with. And you just, what I do is I just throw it out the window. And when I feel myself getting frustrated, because sometimes he can still be a handful, and then, you know, strength might be on a kick where he hungry or he just want to be picked up, I just have to remind myself, you know what, let's just take it down a notch, because it's all gonna be okay, you know. Either way, I mean, that's how I see it anyways. You know, this is something that you asked for. This is what you signed up for. So just take a couple of minutes and regroup, reset, and come back. Yeah. You know, just reconnect. That's all you got to do. You know, but for some people it's not that easy. It's not. It's not. And that's when you need to find your superior support group, if you do have one. But you know, it's really kind of hard to say that because it's somebody on here that don't have that type of support. You know, and they tell you to call your doctors, but when you do call your doctors, or you might call so and so and so and so, you know, who's to say they won't call DHS on you?
Exactly,
you know
and take your baby away.
That itself can get, you know, you just, in one of those case scenarios, it's just you have to have you just gotta have the strength. You know, you just gotta know that everything is gonna be okay. And if you don't feel like it's gonna be okay, you know, like I said, there's some resources out there. For me, my resources ain't the people to be calling. It's my family. You know what I'm saying? Because my family, they're gonna relieve me. And even if it's not even coming to getting the kids, just coming to getting me and the kids, and just showing me some love, and, you know, putting positive affirmations in my ear and let me know it's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? That was good enough for me, and that's how I got through. Because at the end of the day, you know, I love my kids, and I know that we are loved. So, you know, with love love can build you up in so many aspects. You know what I'm saying? And if you got that, you hang on to it, and them is the people that you reach out to. I mean, I would not, like I said, me perfectly, I'm not calling the people. I'm not.
Now, for the ones that, you know, go through that same thing and they're actually either on drugs or got off drugs because of their kids, do you think that'll be a easier way for them to relapse? And, you know, sometimes, and I don't want to say 99% of the time, but I narrow it down to about 75% of the time. Yes. When women don't know how to deal with postpartum, if you are a drug user, 75%, I'm gonna say 95% of the time, you will try to go back to those drugs to fill that void. To fill that void in whatever it is that you're dealing with at the time. So it's like, ooh, you know, that's kind of sad. Give me this. Wow. And that's messed up. Because who wants to be on drugs and have a newborn baby? You know what I'm saying? Because on drugs, it's not all perfect. Everything that comes with that is all bad. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, just depending on where your mind state is, it ain't no telling what you could do to your baby. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. But look, did you deal with? I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
Go ahead.
Did you deal with depression, anxiety, or anything before you had babies?
Depression was one of them that I dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I was more so depressed because, you know, my family's in Tulsa and I'm here in Oklahoma City, but I chose for it to be this way. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes I would get depressed about the things I couldn't control with my family, or just feeling like, what more can I do to better myself, or feeling like I wasn't doing enough. Right. Or just, it would just sometimes be within the stuff that I was going through within myself. It could be old childhood trauma. Yeah. You know, not having kids, that made me depressed because, you know, I was lonely. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted somebody to fill a void in my life, you know, but I had to fill it myself. So I don't really battle with depression no more. Yeah. But before I had kids, and like I said, during the postpartum with him, I was depressed.
Do you feel like a lot of women go through the point where they want to have a kid just so they can be unconditionally loved? Yeah.
99% of the time, that's what it is. Unless you just have a if you have a family, you know, if you have that partnership, then of course they plan for it, and of course that's what they want. But I can tell you 99% of the times, that's why women are having children, to fill a void. It may be a void that their mama couldn't give them. It may be daddy issues that they dealing with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For me, it was both my parents being absent. When they were absent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because both of them, they do what they do. You know?
Yeah.
And it was a void that I was missing. Of course, I had my siblings and stuff, but, you know, your siblings, they come and go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm close with all of them, but I'm not connected with all of them where I can just run to them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah.
Now, do you feel as if once you had kids, the depression that you had before them, it's not there anymore, or you don't deal with it as much?
I don't deal with it. I don't deal with it at all. You know what I'm saying? Because what was broken in me, I found it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it starts with self. So whatever it is that was bothering me or whatever it was, I had to look within myself, and I had to really grow up. You know what I'm saying? Put it in perspective of, you know, it's something that I can't change. I can't change other people, and that's okay with me. But what I can change is the way that I think, the way that I get up every day and live everyday life. Either I'm going to sit and be all butthurt about a whole situation from years ago,
right?
Or I can see where I am today. And, you know, here's my pros and here's my cons. You know what I'm saying? And the best part about it is when you realize that you don't want people to have that type of control of your life, you can overcome it.
Yeah.
You know, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Because not all of us want the same.
Still.
That's why we want different for our lives. And breaking generational curses is a thing. Do you feel like you've broke generational curses?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have, because I feel like I was gonna always be the one doing drugs, you know, not being successful. Of course, because just to be honest, like my mama got 10 kids. I'm the third oldest. You know, we got taken away from her when I was younger. Of course, we went through foster homes, DHS care. Eventually led me It eventually led me to be in the girls' home or behavior hospitals or so on and so forth. And I can honestly say I have broken it. It's still chains that need to be broke.
Yeah.
But I can't break them chains for them. I can only do what I can for me. You know what I'm saying? And be there for them if it's not bringing me down. Because I let somebody else's issue become my issue, and then I start self-sabotaging. And I can't do that no more because I do have kids. You know, and even though my mama, you know, my mama ain't a bad parent at all. But it was times where, you know, she was in a mess and she was doing what she was doing, and she didn't show me the love that I needed. You know, so I always remember, you know, I'm gonna love my kids no matter what. He get like that in his sleep. So that's how I do it, you know, and I continue to stay down here and away from the stuff that, you know, that's tarnished to me, and just. Even though sometimes I don't like the situation or the circumstances that I'm in, I know it's going to get better for me and my kids, and that's what I'm on the path to. You know, so I just keep that in mind, and I know the relationship that I have with him now, because, you know, like I said, even after the postpartum, I started doing drugs after I had him. You know what I'm saying? He might have been maybe 6 or 7 months when I started, but still, you know, just my doings played a lot in my relationship with him, because I was always focused on the drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I can say now today, you know, he don't even remember that stuff, and that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And we have the best relationship that I could even ask for, because there would be times that he didn't even acknowledge me, because my drug doing had got so bad. Because like I told you in the beginning, I thought it was going to be something with his daddy, and it never was that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got past it.
Are there a lot of women you think that because the relationship doesn't work out with the baby father, that's when postpartum starts to hit them a little bit worse?
Sometimes it will, because they expecting something.
Yeah.
You know how NRGGA's law.
Yeah.
And that's the black people term.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. You
But
know.
men, period.
Men, period. Women can lie too. But when a man...
But a woman ain't finna put no dick in you and get you pregnant.
That's right. That's right. They not going to do that. And sometimes the woman don't even ask for it. It just being a man being, so uptight and HORNY that he wants to, not even thinking. And then afterwards, here come these kids, and then come to find out you got a whole family over here. It's But that can lead up to some postpartum too. Yeah. Because the woman is getting depressed, like, well, why ain't he here? And you know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking myself, well, why ain't he here? And why could he only come once a month? Because he has some whole other stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it be like that.
Yeah. Now, how long does it take you to get over that type of thing, though?
I ain't gonna lie, it took me almost 2 years to get over that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it was hopeful thinking. It was me hoping that maybe he would come back, or maybe this was something that could be fixed. And give me 1 second, y'all. Hello? You at the door?
Y'all, if you just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no effing limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time. And every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Today is mental health talk, postpartum, pregnancy, and more. We got Nicole Carroll on the couch, telling us her in and just, I've never really got the chance to speak with someone. Now, yeah, I talk to my friends that, they had babies and stuff, but I don't really get a chance to get the one-on-one like this. So what an honor to have her on the couch and being brave enough to tell her side of the story on this. So, if any of you ladies are going through postpartum and, you want to talk, you're more than welcome to come sit on the couch. If you're brave enough to tell your story. Huh?
Are you finna take us home?
Yeah. But you guys, we are wrapping up. I definitely appreciate you guys for being in here. I got you, baby. Oh, my hair. Really? All in your way. Hey. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no effing limits. I love y'all so much. And I will be, I will see you guys tomorrow on the couch. And remember, you guys, Wednesday we are going live a little bit early. Yes.
Where's the cat at?
She behind me.
Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no effing limits.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for telling your story. Thank you for being brave enough, really, because not a lot of people are brave enough to tell their side.
Right.
Thank you. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no limits. Have a good night.
Give me a kiss.
Oh, that was good, Jack.
Yeah.
You got a cold?
Yeah.
It was.
Hey, Tinker Man. Look at him. He just fat.
Yes.
Hi. Hey. What are you doing? Oh. Get it out.
You love me too?
Yeah.
How much? Love me a whole bunch?
Stop that.
Okay.
You stop that.
You go to school today?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was.